PTP, positive thinking people. PTP, positive thinking people.
Real Talk Live with Dr. Rodney Grimes. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Yes, with Sir Rod and Lady Z. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we. In God we trust.
PTP, positive thinking people. PTP, positive thinking people.
Good evening. Welcome to the People to People podcast. You know, I'm your host, Dr. Rodney Alex Grimes. I'm so excited. Y'all can see right now, I got one of the most fantastic queens in the DMV sitting here, Dr. Lynch. And we also have in the studio with us Dr. Ruby Johnson and Dr. Angela Contee. So welcome, ladies. Welcome. So glad to see y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
A lot of y'all going to recognize Dr. Ruby. She was just here a few weeks ago when came in on the Sunday pod, and that was a real good experience and a good conversation that we had that day. And as we move forward, let me say this so we can just kind of get right into it, because these young ladies are moving all over the country doing many things to be a blessing to so many people. But most of all, they have really been a blessing in my life in many ways. And I just continue to give honor and praise to our Lord and Savior God, just to say thank you, Lord, for being able to be affiliated with individuals who's making some blessings in other people's life. I'm going to start off by just having Dr. Lynch to kind of talk about some of what she's doing and the program, because she's the one that is like the thread in this whole situation. So thank you, Dr. Lynch, for joining us today.
Thank you, Dr. Rodney Grimes. I'm excited to be here. Was in the area, and tonight I come to set the record straight about the honorary doctorate program, because it's a lot of controversy about the honorary doctorate program. And Global International Alliance is just exactly what it says, international. Dr. Ambassador Dr. Lenore Peterson Macklin is the founder. And I've been with her about 8 years. And so after being with her about 8 years, she allowed me to partner with her so that I could have my own graduations. One in Virginia, because this is my home, and I'm a true born Alexandrian, and I love Alexandria, Virginia. And so I started wanting to come back home and give back to those that, made an impact in my life. And that's what I started doing once she gave me the okay to partner with her in the honorary doctorate program. We have graduated thousands of people, not just in Virginia. We did New York, Dr. Ruby and I, which you'll hear from her. Dr. Contee, and she's part of our DMV team. And we have people out there that's probably listening tonight that's part of our DMV team. The Global International Alliance is celebrating 10 years, and they are on their way back to London to celebrate 10 years and do a graduation. They're also going to be doing something in Hawaii. We've done Texas, different people spin off. We're chaplains. I'm a chaplain. I'm the executive senior chaplain for Global International Alliance. But when we partner, I am the executive administrator director for TML, whatever state we in, DMV or TML, New York. It changes depending on the state. And I just really want to give people a better understanding of what the honorary doctorate really is. We have Dr. Ruby, she's a chaplain for GIA, but she's also the executive administrator for TML, DMV, New York, and wherever else we decide to go if we choose to do them. And we do this every year. A lot of people said that these doctoral degrees are a fraud. People, listen to me tonight. Do your homework.
Come on now.
And I'm going to bring out some points tonight. But I'm going to let Dr. Ruby just tell you exactly what she do. And Dr. Contee will tell you what she do. And we'll just get right into the thing.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dr. Ruby Johnson. As Dr. Lynch stated before, first and foremost, let me just start off with receiving my honorary doctorate was more than a doctor in front of my name. It meant much more than just having doctor in front of my name. So it takes care of the leadership, the community service, everything that I've done for 44 years, serving in the military and civilian together. So it meant much more to me than doctor in front of my name. But I do wear it well. I must say that myself.
There you go.
I definitely wear it well, and I always remember my why I'm doing it, and why I support, and why I be in the places and do the things that I do, because serving others is one of my best qualities of with this honorary doctorate degree. I mean, it's just like when I first heard about it, it was a no-brainer for me. There's no question. I jumped out the gate running and been running ever since, and tried to get it out to as many people as possible. I mean, I was the president for Sigma Phi Psi military sorority, and introduced it to all the sorors, and all the sorors 20 plus received their honorary doctorate, so we could go out and continue to share what humanitarian is and what it truly means to wear that degree in such a way.
Yes. Before you go to Dr. Contee, and I am so honored to have y'all so that we're going to get all of this clear, because I love what you said. See, I represent properly too as well. And I have changed my life in a way that a lot of people don't really understand what it means to have this honor. So I don't take it lightly.
Right.
And so I appreciate you saying that, because many people have taken it as a joke.
Yeah.
But you know something? The joke is on them, because let me tell you something. I represent Dr. Rodney Alex Grimes, and I mean that from the utmost respect to what we do. Dr. Contee.
Welcome. Like Dr. Ruby said, I wear it well. Actually, I'm a graduate of 2022 for GIA and TML humanitarian doctorates program. I actually earned it. 28 years in the military, 33 years in civil service, complete different years and I covered together. But I was very honored to be even thought about to receive an honorary doctor's program. I have actually helped thousands of veterans get their disabilities. Actually, still doing it now on my own time. It's just something I love to do to help out in the community. I'm actually supporting a lot of other organizations, all the DMV, DAV, also VFW, and National Association of Women in the Military. Also, I'm supported to a sorority and much more in the community, especially my AARP. But that don't matter. But humanitarian doctor's program is what you earn and what you give back. What you give back to the community is how you earn your doctorates in humanitarian. So I am just thrilled to be able to receive mine, and I do represent it very well, and I had to make sure that I wear it well and represent the community. I do a lot in the community where I live at right now, so it is not a joke. It's very well earned.
And I can concur with that, because being a veteran as well from the United States Marines, I have actually had you to assist me along with Dr. Lynch. This is really, really unique that all of us are military individuals.
That's right.
See, so a lot of people don't know that. They thinking we run around here but we put that work in.
Yes.
That's right.
And so, we have not only defended this country, but we also defend our neighborhoods
That's
and
right.
communities. So that's real, real powerful. I just want to really, if I could, I'm gonna pull this up and I'm not going to try to explain too much because that's why I have these three ladies here. But I want to show you, if I can put this out here. When I tell you the quality of the graduations and the level that they go to for the honorees is phenomenal. These booklets are put together, and sometimes people will look in there and they then will start realizing that these people are seriously doing things in their community. These are graduates. It's information on each and every participant who are responsible for them receiving their doctorate honorary, and all of that is in these brochures. And I'm talking about what quality, where you get the information on the different positions that they hold and the things that they're doing. So I made sure that I had brought this in to take the time to let you see how far they go to represent this graduation. Dr. Lynch, being that you are the one that kind of controls this, a question was asked to me. They said, how do you get to receive it?
Okay.
Okay.
You apply. If you are doing the work in the community, you apply. You apply by filling out an application on my website, and I'll make sure that I give it to you. They're moving stuff on my website, but I'll make sure you get the right one because I decided to take my ministry because I'm an apostle, and I decided to just have a separate ministry for my veterans program. So I do the veterans program and I do some civilians. So I decided to give two different websites and just split it up. So let's talk about this thing that's worrying everybody, or if you're qualified, or if it's real. Let me tell you what an honorary doctorate is and what it is not. Okay? An honorary doctor, and this is the most important thing that you understand. It is an honorary doctorate, and it's called honors clausa. It is a Latin word, and it is symbolic for academic recognition bestowed on by a university or an extraordinary achievement with contributions to society without requiring you to do the case work, or without you have to write a dissertation, or without you having to do research. It is your story. It is humanitarian. It is what you do when you go in the jails. It is what you do when you feed the hungry. It is what you do when you serve your country. It is what you do when you give somebody else a helping hand.
That's
when
right.
you feed people in the street, when you raise money for a certain cause, and you have been doing it for years and years. And one thing about this degree, somebody saw you. There's a nomination process.
Yes.
Somebody saw you, and they said, for instance, let's do Rodney Grimes then. And I know somebody asked me, why are you doing Rodney? Rodney been doing the work. Let me just plug a little history in here. I've been doing Rodney all my life, even when he didn't like me. Okay. Even when he was a thug. I know y'all didn't expect all of this, but we keeping it 100 tonight. Even when his grandmother, this goes all the way back to his grandmother, Miss Shepherd, who poured into us when we were little kids, like first, second, and third grade, through the Elks with the tent. It was called the tent. We would be in her house on Saturdays. I think it was like the third Saturday of every month. She would be teaching us what to do as young ladies and young men, and teaching us about humanitarian and community service. It didn't dawn on me when I was young that she was planting a seed. She was planting a seed in us. And that to me was awesome when I started talking to Dr. Grimes about his grandmother. Miss Shepherd left an impact. We call her Mother Shepherd. She left an impact in my life that could not be erased. Just like, because I'm here from Alexandria, I looked at Fifi Baker. I looked at, oh my goodness, we talk Randy Stevens.
Yes.
These are people that helped save my life.
Yes.
When we used to have the coalition, I was the first secretary. Listen, the first secretary for the coalition for Randy Stevens and Fifi. I was young and they were young, but I never knew exactly how old they were, and they were like in their 20s. I guess, yeah, in their early 20s. And they tried to get us off the street, and they did. For the people in Alexandria, y'all know the Carter Burn. We used to get them tickets and go to the Carter Burn. They would line us up. Randy would drive his cab. They just had cars, and they would take us. We would gather, and we would get to see the people like the OJs. We would have never had that opportunity if it wasn't for the coalition. I honored them with the President Biden's award for community service, as I did Rodney, because I had to think about the seeds they were sowing in my life. And I prayed, Lord, let them live, that I will be able to say thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
That was my prayer,
Yes.
that I would be able to say thank you. Because if anybody know me, I used to sing. I used to travel around the city and different places. A lot of people didn't know, because of the coalition. At 16 years old, they put me on my first airplane at 16 years old by myself to attend a youth convention in Niagara Falls, New York. They did a newspaper story. They came to my house and they had me sing in front of all the white people at that time, the ones with the big money. So I would be on the program and I sung Inseparable so they could write them checks so we could have money for the community. So I wanted to give back, and I did. And I never forget when that lady said, act like you're packing a suitcase. They had my suitcase on the couch, and she was interviewing me. And I started thinking about that. I got to come home. I got to give back. Clarice Chandler, rest her soul, she saved me a many a nights when I was walking down. Okay, this is for everybody in Alexandria. Queen Street, Fayette Street, Payne Street.
Yes.
And they saved my life on the nights that I couldn't make it home. I say, Lord, let me go back and thank them. Who would do that? They were doing humanitarian services for the youth.
Yes. That's
think about that.
Yes.
That's
And it just jumping in there, that is so amazing, because a lot of people don't take the time and think about what was going on back then. And now put us in a position to be able to be in the forefront and try to carry on. And these are our ancestors. Some are gone, and still some are here.
We are the elders now, y'all.
Yes, we are.
We are the elders. And that's why I thank God for Tina Carroll, Dr. Tina Carroll. She's on board too. She lives in North Carolina. They drive up here to help do the graduation. Dr. Ruby go everywhere because she's my right left hand. We've been to New York together. We just finished honoring 35 veterans thanks to Dr. Contee in Baltimore. We say, let's just go and support each other. You build a circle of influence. So the honorary doctorate, again, is honor clause, the HC. So the abbreviation is HC. It stands for honors, Honoris, causa, which is the Latin word, listen, for the sake of honor.
That's right.
How about that?
For the sake of honor.
For the sake of honor.
And if I'm going to jump in and do this too. So when we talking about this, I keep this. This is something that I honor. When I received my doctorate, I had no idea that they are constantly giving back. Okay, this was a donation to the podcast. This was just not to say we want to give you some money. No, it was saying we appreciate what you're doing in the community. I'm talking about something else. I want her to talk about real quick because I brought it in, and I'm so proud of. If you can see it, and I'm putting. I don't know if it's showing you, but this here is what I received when I received my doctorate.
Okay. And what's on there? H.C. Honor Causa. Okay. So let me explain that while you hold it up. So when you see the title, as we see in Dr. Graham's diploma, it is a title written. It's called HC. It exemplifies, it clarifies that the person that holds the honorary doctorate rather than an earned academic degree. If you know anything about college, you know what an academic degree is. This is not an academic degree. It is an honorary doctorate degree. It is not affiliated with academia. You get that? Y'all get that?
Yes.
It's not affiliated with that. So the suffix, look, when you have it, is the standard practice to append AC directly to the title. So it's Dr.H.C. Jane Doe. Now, if you have multiple ones, then it'll go Dr.H.C. multi.
That's it.
And that's what you write. You know, people call me, how I write my name. In our class, we teach them, Dr. Ruby, correct, we teach them how to write their names.
That's right.
We just don't, for us in Virginia, we just don't say, we're going to take your money. Because you have to sow into yourself.
Yes.
And do it cost you? Yes. What do you get? You get a graduation. You get your medallion. Dr. Contee has her on too. And this Dr. Ruby, she let me use it. So, and I do have one. I have multiple. So she, you get the honorary doctorate degree. If you're a veteran, you get the pen. You get the veteran pen, male or female. Let's see, you get that. You get the award, hold up again, Dr. Rodney. I call him Dr. Rodney sometimes. You get the Global International, and this group, this organization, John Lewis, the late Congressman John Lewis, helped her put this together for her school. And her school is an advocate school. So, you know, people like, that ain't real. You know, I just come to set the record straight. If you have worked in the community all your life and no one have noticed you, and then somebody notices you, I want to ask the question, what is the big deal?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you sow into yourself because, or whoever nominated you, they saw your work. And people have trouble, Dr. Ruby, Dr. Contee, wearing the bars. When you put on that regalia and you put your cap on and your tam on and your tassel is on the left, it never moves. And that is very, very important. And when you put your hood on, it represents the highest level of self-service or academia, if it's academic, or humanitarian. It tells your story.
Yes.
When you put the hood on.
Yes. Yes.
So I just wanted to come tonight because, you know, there's a lot of controversy going on right now in the city about the honorary doctorate. Now, some people do it because they just greedy. They want to charge people an arm and a leg, okay, to do it. If you don't, if you pay for something of value, you're going to appreciate it more.
That's right.
And it's really, the one thing that I like about it is it's not about the money.
Right.
It's the honor.
It's the honor.
So when you walk around, like even now, I remember when I received it. I'm now retired from the government as well, and I remember
Congratulations.
I put it up on my office door that I changed it to Dr. Rodney Grimes, and a few people walked by. What you talking about? I know that's what it is.
Mhm.
Now, as we was taught in the class, also, it says when you get your doctorate, you're going to realize that people are going to denounce you,
Mhm.
but it's up to you to wear it.
Did what?
That's right.
So let me say something about that. I'm glad you said that.
Mhm.
Let me get this story. I worked in the federal government. I worked for the VA in Atlanta, and I worked for the VA. I worked in the congressional portion for the VA hospital. I'm retired now, 31 years of service, and for serving in the military. I know everybody in Virginia say you was in the military. Yes, they took me. Yes, in the military. Because if y'all know me, y'all know my history. But my history, my upbringing, my history, it don't define me. What I did when I was in the street, see, that doesn't define me who I am now.
That's right.
And so, so people get jealous, like you said. And what happened was somebody called the IG, that's Inspector General, and they was saying that I said I had a PhD. I never said that. I have a book. If I had put a PhD, I would have said Contee Lynch, Dr. HC, Dr. Contee Lynch, PhD, but I don't have a PhD. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I have 2 degrees. I have a doctorate in divinity, okay, and I have an honorary doctorate, okay. So they did an investigation. Now I'm working in the federal government, and I'm like, when people mean it for your bad, God mean it for your good.
That's right.
So the lady just kept on hanging on my door. I'm like, ma'am, what is it that you want? She said, well, I'm doing an investigation. They reported that you was using, saying you have a PhD. I said, I've never said that. You will not find that anyway. I am not going to misrepresent my honorary doctorate. I'm not. And so what happened? My boss told them, shut it down. The legal people, the federal government
Come on.
legal people
Yes.
told them that it was up to me if I wanted to use doctor. I worked in a hospital, and guess what? I say and do and did. And then they started calling me doctor. This true story. Then my organization, I won't call their name, they did not want me to use it. But guess what? I didn't have to use it. People were still calling me that because they know the work.
Mhm.
And even though I didn't use it, because some people were still jealous, you know what I did? Those that wanted to call me doctor, I let them call. Those that didn't, I still answer because I know who I am. And so what happened was they said, we don't want you to use it. I say, I don't have a problem with that. But guess what? You can take your organization. I stepped down because I know what's important to me. Because I know what I did for you as in the organization. I know what I did for you, you know, and I know what I brought to the table. So I didn't have a problem with stepping down. They didn't ask me to step down. I prayed and I chose after 20-something years, but I still work with my organization locally. Step down. And it didn't bother me. It didn't miss a beat.
I'm going to also read. We got questions coming in. First of all, it was Chaplain James Park. He say good evening to everybody. Okay, and then we got Divine Fearless was a period signature. Both degrees can open up doors. What is the cost for the honorary doctoring degree?
Okay, so we don't give the price over the line. I know what it is for 2027 already, you know. And I could give it, but we don't do that because what we do is we have the class first.
Right.
Because we take you through the class and then you tell us if you want to go move forward. And it's two ways you can pay for the DMV. You can pay in full or you can pay half. Right. What I'm saying? Because one thing I'm not going to do, try to break nobody and make it about money when it's not. Because if you don't sow into yourself, and it helps us because we're a nonprofit, find places to have the graduate, and then we are able to produce books like these. You see what I'm saying? Because this is not free. Every graduate gets one of these books. And I wish they could see this picture right here. Last year?
Yes, last year.
Last year, Rodney, maybe you can hold it. I'll listen to something. We honored these 5 ladies from New York. They have their PhDs, all of them. They have their, I don't know if it's very good or not. They worked in the school system. These 6 people, they came from New York, they came from Maryland, they came from Virginia. And as we sold in them, we honored them. They already got their PhDs. They're educators. They're in their, I'm gonna say early 70s. Let me say that all of them. That impacted me. So I told Dr. Ruby, I say, let's honor. So why do you use the HC? Let me say this because it matters. This is what I would say. I have to make sure I write this down. It matters because it prevents academic fraud by clearly distinguishing a symbolic honor from a completed PhD or MD. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that, Dr. Graham? I said it prevents fraud. HC, honor clause. So nobody's running around here saying we got a PhD.
Right.
Now the founder of the school has a PhD. Okay, but we're talking about honor clause for the work that you have done.
All right. I'm going to read something, then I'm going to comment behind it. It says, I didn't know people paid for these degrees, such as many pay for going to school and getting their doctorate through academic education. That's the other thing that a lot of people got to realize. I ain't seen nothing in this country that's really free.
Ain't it?
Okay? You got to pay one way or the other. Do you know that the people that goes to become doctors of medicine, they pay?
They pay.
Everybody that goes and get any title one way or the other, they pay.
They pay something.
So when you look at it from what level that we are moving forth, know that what you're doing is investing in yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
so a lot of people will look at it and say, oh, you got to pay? Let me tell you something. If you go to the amusement park,
you gotta pay. You pay.
So wherever you go and whatever you do, you invest in yourself. It was an honor for me. I did not know. I got a phone call, said that, we are submitting your name to receive your doctorate. I went to my wife and she said, what? I was so proud. And the thing that got me most was I was recognized because I remember having that conversation with you, Dr. Lynch, when you start talking about the things that I did do and told me they accept this as an honor. You said, Rodney, nobody's giving you anything. You said you earned this and you wear it proudly. And so I said that when I was talking about when I had put it on my office door, a few of my coworkers was laughing and joking and whatever. But guess what? I walk many places now. And I'm going to tell you something else. We just found this out the other day. You talking about so proud. Me and my wife laying in the bed. I said, babe, go to AI and see what they have to say about me. Do you know that she put in there and asked, what information could you give me for Rodney Grimes? It corrected and said doctor.
Doctor, that's right.
Hey, I know.
AI no.
Hey, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Dr. Ruby, let me just let me say I'm a transition. And the reason I want to go back to the HC part and what you said about paying was true. If you don't pay, if you can't pay, then that means it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have had people pay for people that they nominated. You know, and people do that
Yeah.
because they worked so hard. We had a couple of people last year paid in full for her
Aunt and uncle.
aunt and uncle. She paid, and they was from Maryland.
That's from Maryland.
And they paid for their aunt and uncle. Another reason, it says for ethical standards, using doctor without the HC modifier in formal corporate or legal settings can be legally risky or considered professional misconduct.
Yes.
That's why
Oh, the
we
unit.
have the H.C. And not only that, if you put it on your resume, you don't you put it under honor, not as if you have a doctorate degree.
Right.
In the
That's
education
right.
department.
Explain, Dr. Ruby.
And the Dr. Rodney, I have to piggyback off of that thing about the work. When I first got my honorary doctorate degree in 2023, oh, I was so excited. I just wanted to tell everybody. So I go back to work and I tell everybody in the office, I'm Dr. Ruby Johnson now. Every time I introduce myself as Dr. Ruby Johnson. And my supervisor said to me, well, where did you get it from? And I was looking at her like, what? She said, well, where'd you get it from? I said, does that matter where I got it from? And she said, well, I just wanted to know the name of the college that you went to, that you got it from. I said, why? Are you going to look it up or something? And she said to me, why, yes. And so at that moment, I knew then that she didn't believe that I had received my honorary doctorate degree. So I don't know how much research she went and done with it or whatever. So, you know, as the days progressed along, and as I still come in the office, everybody in the office acknowledged me as Dr. Ruby, Dr. Johnson, whatever. But the senior leadership, even the SES recognized me as Dr. Johnson. But the people in the office didn't. They didn't want to recognize me as that. So I said to her, I don't care what you think. I said, but when you talk about me to other people, you refer to me as Dr. Johnson. Don't take away something from me that others want to give respect for. I say, so you refer to me as Dr. Johnson. So when we would be in a setting with other people, she would have to say it.
Yes.
Because I told her up front.
You set the
I
precedent.
set the example for that. And from that point on, we'd have no issues. But whenever we was like just us one-on-one, she wanted to say, Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. And like you said, I don't care. But you know who I am.
Exactly.
You know, and the people know who I am.
Right.
And that's why Dr. Rodney, I keep telling you, they don't have what you have.
Yes, that's right.
They didn't walk across that stage to get that feeling. And sometimes the worst critics are our family members. But if you don't know the history, if you don't know the story, you're writing your story because somebody else. Martin Luther King had 100 honorary doctorate degrees. I like what Tyler Perry said when he said, when Emory gave him his degree, he got a honorary doctorate degree with letters. And of course, you know, I'm sure he probably made a contribution. And people do that. But he said, I'm a doctor, and I don't have any school loans.
I heard that. Yeah.
It's you know, it's so funny. Again, it's many of the people who know us that grew up with us will be the ones to give us the hardest time. But when I was nominated and I received the call, I was so honored and it did something to me personally. I'm a good man. As Dr. Lynch said, back in the day, I used to be in the streets, and I'm gonna correct this. Yeah, I never disliked her.
Man,
let
look,
me tell you something.
Rodney was funny acting. Let me tell you that. He'll walk past you and be like, but Rodney that was this. Now, let me say that. That was then, and this is now.
That's right.
It did not stop you from getting a degree. What it did, it brought us closer.
So,
we
yeah.
laughed and talked about that.
But I want to say this to go back to my grandmother.
My God,
see, my grandmother told me when I was 10 or 11 years old, in the same living room that you were in, she said, she pointed to me and said, "You're going to be the one." And I'm telling you, it blew me because it didn't resonate with me. Not when I received my doctorate. I'm talking about when I joined the Marine Corps, when I accepted Jesus as my Savior.
You better say that.
When I started moving and going forward, I realized that for real, now I know what my grandmother was telling me. You'll be the one that won't be afraid to stand in front of millions of people and claim that there's a God.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
You will be the
spiritual.
one to be able to walk up in front of many, many people and say, you know what? I can help you help yourself and not be looking to get some recognition. And I've seen that among each one of you. Since I've been involved, have I ever called you anything else other than Dr. Lynch? No. Because I recognize that, same with you, Dr. Contee, and you, Dr. Johnson. I don't do that to impress anybody.
That's
I do that because I respect your position. So it's an honor for y'all to come in here and clarify these things. I was talking to Dr. Martinez the other day.
Okay, that's Martinez.
Yeah. He's gonna be on the Sunday part this coming Sunday.
Good.
And then we got another gentleman, I think, that just got submitted his name, and I had to have a talk with him. And he's watching right now, and I hope he don't mind me putting this out there because I don't know have it went through our process yet.
I think I know who it is.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I kind of like reached out to him.
Okay. One of the things that I had to let him know that don't worry about what people say. If you got nominated, obviously you're doing something good. People when we talk and God's what they say, when you are working and doing God's work, you don't have to say nothing to nobody, right?
Nothing to anyone.
Because people will see it.
Go ahead, yeah, Dr. Contee. I was getting ready to say, go ahead.
Well, I've been listening to everybody's, what they've been saying about honorary doctorates. When I actually was even nominated for my honorary doctorate, I was just so like, really? So you never know who's watching you. So I never have had a problem with, being recognized for my doctorate when I received it. All that been was just all with up respect. When I first got it, and I went back to at that time I was with Rotary. I just retired with them, and I was with Rotary International 7610 District, and they actually was thrilled.
Yes, they were.
For me to get my honorary doctorate. They say that I really deserved it because it was not more. I was not just with Rotary International. I was also in the community doing other things, especially all the things I do. But I have never been in a position saying they've been questioned about my about receiving it. So people that actually, like what Dr. Lynch said earlier, if they approach you that way, that's because they don't have they want it and they just envy you, they might be jealous, whatever. But
or they don't have the full knowledge. I don't want to use the word jealous.
That's the wrong word.
Yeah, I don't want to use jealousy because number one, we on podcast.
Yeah,
and I just want people to
understand what it is.
You can get this too if you're doing the work.
Yeah. You're doing the work.
You may know somebody good nominate. And this is, I don't keep saying it, it's not about the money. It cannot be about the money. Your focus cannot be on money because let me tell you, this thing opened doors too.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Ruby, I'm in Georgia. I live in Georgia, but I've seen where she's been on TV. I've sit in your organizations, Dr. Contee. You opened doors for me to speak with your Rotary at a time. When I told you about AARP, you jumped on AARP. Being that I work with the Congress and stuff, let me tell you, you just ain't gonna walk up there and say, you a doctor.
No.
Because when I was working for the VA and the senators and the congressmen, I was going for a position. I wanted to go TDY. You had to have references.
Yeah, the references.
And so when they seen all of them things behind my name, I had, because they got a lot of stuff different behind it. And I had to, they called back and said, the senator's office wants to know what every acronym behind your name mean, because they just not going to endorse you. You hear me? Congress is not going to endorse you. The senators is not going to write you a letter. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to tell them what CIT mean. I had to tell them what AC mean. I had to tell them what DD. I had to tell them what GCDF mean. I had to tell them all of that. And when I told them that, they were ready to write the letter, because federal people have to vet you. Because when you don't vet people, that's the problem. If you don't vet people, and the government, before you speak on any kind of engagement or do anything or get anything from them, they have to vet you first. Why? To make sure that you are authentic. To make sure that you are what you say that you are. And that's why it is important that you use that HC. And let me say something. You'll use that HC for about a year. Then people, you won't even use it no more. I don't even use it no more. But if I have to use it my first year or whatever, and you know who told me about the HC? The federal government.
Yeah.
Because they, at first, they just said you have an honorary doctorate. And the lady, after the investigation, and the legal said, okay, all we need you to do is put the H.C. comma behind your name. So they helped me.
And I do that. And when I found out, because I think that you were the one that informed me when I had that conversation, because people were questioning me, what kind of doctor are you? And I believe the conversation came through you when you said, just put the HC behind it.
They teach us in the
class too as well. Yeah. But let me go to our viewers, because I don't want them to think we ignoring them. So I'm going to read pretty much what's been put out there. And y'all just bear with me for a couple of seconds, because sometimes it's hard to see this and it jumps. Okay. Educate these people, doctor. That's from Chaplain Parker. And then okay. And then Thomas Johnson. Remember that the academy takes a test to learn a lesson, and those with the honorary doctorate, such as humanitarianism, takes a lesson and provide. They have been tested.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, sir. That's right.
That's right.
They provide the letter.
That's Dr. TJ.
Yeah, Dr. TJ. And they
very good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point, sir. Thank you, Dr. TJ. Because that's right. You talking about the lesson of life.
That's right.
That's a lesson all by itself.
Come on, okay. It says, I am inspired, applied, clinically psychologist that will graduate 2027. I have paid my way through school for my bachelor's and master's. It's no different. I don't understand why people have to defend. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We both
got
that is divine fearless. Prophet Katrina.
Thank you, Prophet Katrina, because you know something that you said, and I say to everybody that has a master's, a bachelor's, associates, a PhD, whatever you have, we honor you. We honor you, and we don't tell people, don't worry about that. No, you paid the price, the dollar price, and you paid the price of studying and working. And that's why I don't ever discount anybody that has a PhD or a bachelor's or anything, because you did the work.
Right.
Just like the people and honorary. This lady told me, she said, Dr. Lynch, I'm tired of going to school. Every time I tried to walk across the stage, something happened in my family. When that lady got her honorary doctorate, and I seen her come to the top of the stage, tears was coming down her eyes because she finally was able to make that walk across the stage. Some people say, I'm going to use Dr. Moore, who's on our team. Dr. Moore has master's degrees and everything. She's on our team. And when I called her, and I didn't even know that she had all that. And when I called her, I said, hey, I said, I know you've been working in the community. I know you've been doing this and this. She started crying. She said, oh my goodness, Dr. Lynch. She said, I cannot believe this. She said, I'm tired of going to school. I don't want to go to school. And the type of work that she do in mental health and everything that she do, her boss made sure that everyone called her doctor when she came back, Dr. Tina Moore Carroll. Yes, and that made me feel so good. When I called her, she was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You don't understand the impact. And let me just say this. People been in jail, have their honorary doctorate, because being in jail don't define you. Right. You come out, being in prison don't define you. You come out, you start opening up these organizations, you start working and helping these people that need help. You can have a GED and come and get an honorary doctorate because it's your story, it's your work, it's humanitarianism. And that's what people fail to realize. It's the work you do. And then you have what we call impact. You change the trajectory of somebody else's life. Once you get your honorary doctorate, you're doing it before. All this do when you get your honorary doctorate, it takes you to another level. People write books. Now they're saying, doctor, I have a book. And when I wrote my book, I wasn't no doctor, but I still wrote the book. You still what I'm saying? And I've seen people. I have a guy down in North Carolina. He was in prison. Right now, he's developing movies for A-list celebrities. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said Chris Brown. I'm bringing him up. They said, yeah, Chris Brown got a honorary doctorate. Did he get honorary doctorate? Yes, he did. Chris Brown. And I'm saying Chris Brown because now I'm gonna put a shameless plug in because my son worked with him. Okay, so
what's your son's name?
Oh, my son name. He tore up DC in Maryland. Right, Dr. Rick?
What's his name?
I am DJ Fresh. He is the one that opened up for Chris Brown and Usher. He's in tour right now. They're in Boston. And I am so proud of my son. But I'm not getting ready to get him no honorary doctorate right now because he's still working. He still got work to do. I don't care if Chris Brown got one, but he's not getting one right now. Okay? And so, that's what I'm saying. Anybody can do it as long as you do the work. And as long as you stand up to those people that are negative. The reason we came tonight is to set the record straight. Because Dr. Contee, Dr. Ruby, Dr. Rodney, he's not going to call me no more. I sent him a clip. I wish we could have played it from NASA, where this man was just saying, hey, talking to this guy at NASA, 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 the astronauts on it, and he just told him, yeah, man, I'm gonna get an honorary degree, da da da. And the guy from NASA say, hey, wait a minute, don't downplay that. This is more than you think it is. You did the work. He said, yeah, and he done sitting through 21 graduations, and now he's getting an honorary, doctorate. I want to say to you out there, this is not a game. We not here for your money. We just come to give you a better understanding. The Bible says, with all thy getting, get a good understanding. That's right. And I hope now, that scripture, I'm apostle, but now that you have the understanding, y'all can get out here, get on Dr. Rodney's podcast. You can spread the word. He can nominate you. And one thing about it, we have more than one class when we do it, right, Dr. Ruby?
That's right.
Dr. Contee, when we come to Virginia, she's in charge of all the decorations. She makes that's her gift. She uses her gift there. We honored her last year. She won the President's Award for all of the work that she did to making sure that all the signs, everything we needed, the chair, everything. That's her gift. Not only that, she provided food for us. You see what I'm saying? That's humanitarian work.
Yes.
We didn't have to pay her. She provided the food, to take off the this, the that, made sure everything, So we give out awards like we did Dr. Rodney, but her award was the President's Award. I gave the President's Award. And last year, the president of the school, the president
Put it back on me because I'm proud. I'm proud. I shows it. This was dedicated to the work that we do with the People to People podcast. I had no idea I was going to
he
receive
didn't know. He didn't know. He was shocked.
Yeah,
He was shocked. He was shocked. And our president of the school, lady ambassador, I say lady because before Queen Elizabeth died, she bestowed the title of lady on the founder of Global International Alliance. And the way it works, if someone nominates you for Virginia, you can come from Virginia, DC, Baltimore, I don't care where you come from, but you will graduate here. We already know the graduation date will be May, what day? That was 15? May the 15th. May 15, 2027. And if you're interested, you can give us a call or get with Dr. Rodney and he will tell you how to get in touch with us. Don't come playing because we don't play. We make sure that you're educated on what you're doing. We make sure you know how to write your name. We make sure you know how to wear your regalia. We also do tickets. Tickets, you purchase tickets for your group. Why do we buy tickets to come to a graduation? Because we're a nonprofit. And that's why, again, you will get books, you'll get a program, and it's not black and white, it's in full color. And
top of the line paper.
You get all of these things, and we're able to do more things. Last year we had Cake Man Raven. He graduated from New York. He made the 76ers cake. If you go back and look online when they had the parade or the ball, whatever they had outside, he made the 76ers cake. He's in the World Book of Guinness Records. Dr. Ruby going to tell you some other people real quickly who have graduated.
Yes, in my class we had Evelyn Braxton, Tamar Braxton's mom. We had Jasmine Burke. She's been featured in a couple of Tyler Perry movies. We had Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green was in your class. And we had also
the Undisputed Truth. He was our keynote speaker.
So and also Palmer from the House of Pain. Matter of fact, I was just with him 2 weeks ago. He was at the graduation in Atlanta.
Jacqueline Carr and her daddy.
Yeah, Jacqueline Carr and her dad. Yeah. So and the list goes on and on and on. So you just never know what celebrities that might be in your class because they don't tell us that they're in there. We see them the day of graduation. They show up just like you show up.
They walk
somebody saw them doing work in the community and say, hey, I want to nominate Jacqueline Carr and her dad. They came to Atlanta. We graduated that year at Morehouse. So our graduation moves around. And one thing that Dr. Lynch did not mention in our class, in Dr. Grimes' class, we had the oldest.
Sure did.
We had the oldest female to receive her
honorary doctorate degree, Dr. Essie Peterson.
Yes.
And she received her honorary doctorate degree. She was so excited. She turned, I want to say 90 years old last year. And so she received her honorary doctorate degree. And she is still doing the work in the community every second Saturday over in DC doing food distribution with Dr. TJ every Saturday. She's over there, and she's still driving,
And she bold.
and she bold. So it
And
just
she's our
goes.
representative.
And she is our representative, and it just goes to show that there is no age limit.
Right.
You're out there doing the work. Why not?
Why
As
not?
you can see what my shirt say, remember your why.
Come on now.
Remember your why. And that's big for me, because why do we do the things that we do? So hey, that's it. That's all.
That's it.
That's all.
That's all. Remember the why.
Remember the why.
I'm gonna read something up here that they can't see. It says, when you feel like quitting, think about why you started.
Why you
Why you
started.
started,
That's
yeah.
the why.
And it's
Yeah.
funny
Yeah.
that you said that. When I picked up my Splendor this morning, on the back of the Splendor, it says, why you start.
That's what you got to think about.
And I was like, wow. Who would ever thought on the back of a Splendor, it says, why you start.
Why you start.
I want to say this and just bring it out when we're talking about different people in different situations. I have a niece that is amazingly smart. She's
Yeah.
been going to school over and over and over. She's received her PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Her name, she's Dr. Rika Barton, and I know she just recently married. She's gonna kill me because I ain't saying the last name to her husband, but I gotta remember what that is. But I say that to say this: do you know that probably a lot of people in my family, now she's been to school, she's been going to school year after year after year. She's a professor. Okay, I have yet to really hear anyone give her recognition
Wow.
for being a doctor.
Wow.
Right? But I don't have a problem with that.
Mhm.
I'm proud to say that.
Mhm.
And I thought about it when I received my honorary doctorate in humanitarianism. I said, as I am proud of her, I can stand and be proud as well.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
You
You
see-
earned it.
I earned it. And for some people, they don't know what that do for you when you wake up in the morning.
Mhm.
It gives you a purpose,
Okay.
and it puts you in a position. Also, it gives you a connection with individuals when you're in need of some guidance. I know that y'all all are just a phone call away.
That's right.
So I was speaking with somebody who's just getting recently nominated. I told him I'm going to write a letter from my perspective on how he's changed his life.
Okay.
And if I could, is it okay if we say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You
So
good?
is it okay?
Say what?
His
Okay.
name.
Oh, that's up to y'all.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay.
You
Okay.
can't sue me. I ain't say his name.
You can say it.
It's Chaplain James Parker.
Oh.
Okay.
He got my vote.
Yeah. So let me tell you, it's when you see somebody.
We see his work.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
trying.
all I see. What he
When
do.
I talked to him about it the other day, I said, "Don't you worry about the naysayers.
Mhm.
You think about what you're doing right now.
That's right.
You know something that don't nobody know that I can acknowledge? That since we have partnered doing the Sunday part,
Mhm.
he's
See
been
his-
a blessing in my life.
We
Mhm.
seen his work.
Mhm.
Dr. Ruby and I, we was in New York and the podcast was on.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, who is that guy? And then this is how God works. I just met him yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't know him, but he don't know me, but he know me, and we don't know each other.
Yeah.
But you're really in a
But then I always talk about people that's in your circle of influence.
Uh-huh.
I thank God for Dr. Myron Contee.
T, come on.
Because Myron
Yeah.
Contee is the trailblazer in
Come on.
Alexandria. He is the true Alexandrian, just like me.
Yes.
And so on yesterday, while I was here, I asked him could he give me a ride back to Stafford, and he's like, "Okay." He said, "We got to do something first." I was like, "Okay." And so he took me to a person's house. I don't want to call a person's name. Somebody I went to school with, to give his mother communion.
That's right. Been doing
Let
it.
me tell you,
for
I say
14
I got
years.
bragging rights now, and I said I thank you for allowing me to go with you, because when I come home, Dr. Rodney, God always have something for me to do special for somebody.
Come on.
If it's praying for people in front of the Dollar Tree, holding the Dollar Tree hostage. If it's people that don't have food and I'm talking to them at night, I do not come home to Alexandria, Virginia, unless God has someone set up somewhere for me to meet to do an act of kindness to that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so proud yesterday to be in the circle of influence of Mr. Parker, Chaplain Parker, Dr. Contee, and the other person I went to school. And I got to pray for his mother.
Come on.
And I got to do communion with them.
Come on.
And he gave me a part to do. That made my day. I was here for my sister's birthday, but that made my day. Saying that, I'll be back for those that want to know on October, the fourth Sunday in October. I will be closing out the pastoral anniversary for Pastor's Appreciation Month for Bishop Abram. And let me tell you, he's made an impact in my life. And we honored them with the honorary doctorate. When my sister was living, she did that. And so she opened the door for me to have a relationship. And I've been preaching for him now, coming back like 2 or 3 years. I did the women's program. And so that's my first love, is the Lord. The second is the veterans. I'm having a women's veterans spring. This is my 5th year. Then this is the order. And then it's the honorary doctorate program. Because see, without God, you can't do nothing.
Come on.
And so before I do anything, I put it before the Lord and I ask him to breathe on it and I ask him to direct my path. Tonight was special. I got Dr. Ruby, I got Dr. Contee. So I asked Dr. Contee, set it up for me. You see what I'm saying? Because she's on the team. I said, Dr. Ruby, are you available? Because we wanted to end the negative narrative.
Yes.
The negative narrative about the honorary doctorate. And the best way you can do that is surround yourself with people that have been in these shoes,
Yes.
that have been in these places. Last story I want to say, I was able to go to New York. You know, we heard about the exonerated, it used to be called they are the exonerated 5, you know, in New York. Where the young boys got committed of rape and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Right.
So I was able to meet one of the exonerated 5. I was the keynote speaker on one of the programs that him and Dr. Giovanna put together. And my husband went with me. And you just to meet them after hearing about them, after reading about them. And the council member had stayed in jail all of these years for a crime that he did not commit.
My Lord.
And his mother was there. I was able to meet his mother. And, you know, they gave him the President's Award. And he said, when I was giving out the President's Award on the program in Harlem, I never thought I would be in Harlem. Because, you know, you only read about Harlem when you're coming up. And so, and I was in a historic place in the Sherm Library. And so he said to me in the end, Yusuf is his name. He said to me, Councilman Yusuf, he said to me, when they gave me my honorary certificate for humanitarian, they just gave us a piece of paper. They didn't give them no cover. They didn't give them a pen. They honored all 5 of them, and they just got the sheet like your award. And I said, I tell you what I'm going to do for you, sir. I'm going to get all of y'all a pen. I'm going to get all the medallions. I'm going to get all the covers, and I'm going to send them to you to give to all of those guys that spent all of those years in prison for a crime that they did not do. They were called the Central Park 5.
And then they turned it in when they got exonerated to the exonerated 5. So doing community service, Dr. Giovanna Mark, she has a PhD. We just did.
She was in your
Right,
class.
she was in
Right
your class.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was the one that told the testimony.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Okay,
And
I remember.
She struggled with mental health,
Oh.
and she opened the center, and she had Dr. Ruby and I. They treated us like gold when we went there. We had the graduation then, but before then, I was working with the Exonerated 5, and we met more people there. The ladies that I showed you, they came and supported us. We ended up with the Donald Glover United Nations Donald Glover Award.
Mm-hmm.
Those ladies got that for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had about what?
The who's who?
The who's who
Mm-hmm.
in the United Nations.
Award. Yeah.
Yeah, in the United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
Because the honorary doctorate opened doors for you. And then I'm trying to tell you the truth. People look at you different. They look at you different this way, or they look at you different this way. But you choose. This lady told me, I always do stuff on leadership. And she said to us on her podcast, well, she was a speaker, and she had been through rape, and her mother had mental health. Her father raped her, and she was telling her story. She said, well, that don't define me. And she said, people say, oh, you too much, because she's opened up boutiques. She opened up a leadership academy. And then she said this. She said, they say, if they say that you are too much, just say you can always have less.
Right.
Give them less.
Give them less.
Go ahead. If you want to be with less, be less. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was so awesome. You're great, Dr. Rodney. Don't let nobody dim your light or stop your shine. God has called you for such a time as this. You don't have to do these podcasts, You really don't.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't worry about the numbers. Jesus didn't worry about the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. That's why David got in trouble for counting the numbers during the census when they told them, don't count them numbers. Somebody count the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers. Like they said in the movie, if you build it, they will come.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
So when is your anniversary
of
for your podcast?
actually is I've been doing this since 2019.
Wow.
Well, it's time for me and you to get together so we can do an anniversary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do want to say this. God is good, and He's been doing some amazing things in my life. Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story.
And the one thing about this, when you walk, you have to walk in your own.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can't let nobody tell your story because they can't tell
They don't
it
know your
like
story.
you can.
The honorary doctor.
And so my wife, many times, she look at me and she just say she's proud of me. My kids, I love my children. When they saw me walk across the stage, and I don't want to get emotional because my kids, they love their dad. And I just am so proud that I am a man that don't have to look behind my back. And I take honor in what I do.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I don't do it because I want to get recognized. See, because if you ask my wife, you don't know how many times I tell her I don't want to come and do this anymore. But God said, get up, because He gave me a mission.
What do we just
Remember
say?
why.
Remember the why.
Yeah.
So, but I know this must be the extended version. What, we got 15 more minutes, or we all the time?
You know what? Actually, we went over, but you know something. We're gonna run it till 8:30. Is that okay, Lady Z? Okay.
We love Lady Z.
We
Thank
do
you,
love
Lady
Lady
Z.
A lot of times people don't even know she back there running things, and she give us our little notes when we ain't looking.
That's why we honored her with the honorary doctorate. She didn't have the honorary
she
doctorate. She had the
President's
President's Award.
Yeah.
For her work in the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To do the work that she do, so we honored her.
And she believe it or not, many times they don't know. Like I said, when I'm doing this, they don't know what work's come behind this. This is not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not cheap either. But at the same time, I don't do it because I want the recognition. I do it for a reason like this. We was on a cruise in what you call the Pacific Ocean or whatever, and a couple of people walked up to me and my wife and said, "Y'all are that couple that do date night on that podcast
On a cruise.
On a cruise,
On
we didn't
Your
even,
own business.
we didn't even know these
No.
people, right? We've been in a situation where people have walked up and said, "Thank you. That program you did was amazing."
Yeah.
And that's when I know that I'm doing God's work and not my own.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with all that said, when I look at each one of y'all, Angela, Contee, Dr. Angela, I laugh at you because I don't know how you do all of what you do. But I know that many times when I got on the phone, you never turned me away when I needed your help. Dr. Lynch, the same. Dr. Lynch got mad at me because he was trying to tell me everything to do. She said, "Check this off, do this, do this, do this, and you won't have to worry about that." And I understood as we move forward that it's people like you that take the personal time out to give people direction. You don't have to do that. Yeah, and when you could easily say, "Look, call somebody else," whatever.
Yeah.
So I wanted people to know that even though you're in that position, you're still doing that work that many of us, you know what I'm saying?
So let me explain that. Being in the military, something you just don't let go.
Just
And
don't let
one
it go.
thing about what I like is I'm hard, but I am. Dr. Ruby is like, oh my God, are you telling me? I'm hard. When I was coming up, I used to speak my mind. When I was in the military, I speak my mind. Working for the federal government, I still speak my mind, and I still speak my mind today because I feel if you tell people the truth, the scripture says, "Wherefore have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth." I tell them the truth, and I allow people to tell me the truth. It is very important that you know that the truth will set you free, or someone thinks they make you free, one scripture. So I want to say to you, the reason I'm hard because two things, being apostle or being spiritual, you can see. You know what I did yesterday? The young man that was 18-year-old on Sunday preached his initial sermon. And I turned to him, I say, "Where your book at?" Because we have a thing, it's grace and gratitude. When the speaker get up, we carry their book and put them on the book board,
Right.
or on the pulpit for them to preach. And he was like,
Hold on there, Chuck.
he was like, I said, "Where's your book?" He got to me, took the paper out. He said, "Thank you." I got up, put his book on the book board. That's what we call it back in the day. On the pulpit, moved the Bible, set it up there for him. He said, "Oh, thank you, thank you." I say, "No problem," because I'm a servant.
We got a caller there.
Okay.
Caller. Hello?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
What an honor. It's an honor, isn't it?
It is.
It's Army.
For each and every one of you, Dr. Lynch, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Contee, glory be to God for each and every one of you that sit in those seats and stand where you stand and go where you go. Amen.
Amen.
I was already honored yesterday just by being in each and every one of your presence, Dr. Lynch and Myron Contee, Dr. Myron Contee. It was already an honor to me anyway. It was a beautiful day yesterday.
It was.
I thank you for the education of this conversation most of all, because truly if anyone was telling the truth, we've been educated tonight. So we're without excuse to understand how it goes and what it is
Good.
and what's to be given in all that is said this evening. I thank each and every one of you this evening for showing us and delighting us and being in the presence to give us the information. And it's just an honor to call in and to watch and sit with you and watch each and every one of you this evening.
And we as in return, I want to say to you publicly, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I told you that people are watching you.
Mm-hmm.
They watching you, and a lot of times the haters are your biggest fans. So we sit back and we just keep moving forward because a lot of people be looking for you to fall. But guess what happens while they looking for you to fall? Actually, you be helping them to stand up because they busy running behind you trying to see what you're doing, that they don't realize that they're making changes in their life as well. See, God have a
Amen.
way of working. Sometimes he working on those who think they're doing something wrong, but they don't know that God making it right. So with
Hey.
you moving forward, I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate, working with you. We did bring your name up. I don't want you to sue me for
Defamation.
yeah. And Dr. Lynch say that she say y'all can say it, I ain't saying it. He said you ain't messing with her. But hey, Chaplain, we talked
Mhm.
about titles and things of that nature, and we understand that
Yeah.
even each one of us have a name, right?
That's right.
Amen.
Angela,
That's right.
Ruby,
That's right.
Tyncee, Rodney. Those are still titles.
They still a type.
Yes.
So we just give honor and praise, man. I thank you.
Yes, we do. You let Dr. Contee know, right? Tell her, never in my mind would I forget the many days that wrapped around the corner of Onoka and Patrick Street, right on that corner. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, my brother, we send peace and blessing to you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I
Amen.
love you too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Nice, sir. So, Rodney, I want to say something. Y'all talk about the titles. Like you said, everybody have a title, and I think probably Katrina said it best. Going to school, working this, there's that. She don't understand the big deal. It's just sometimes people that do the work academia, they feel like that we should not have this type of program. But when you tell the truth, when you put the H.C, when then should be no question. And my thing is, even though you have the honorary doctorate, our school, we look at you just like we gave it to you. We can take it away from you.
Right.
We watch your what you do in the community. We not holding nothing over your head or anything. I watch to make sure, and then I'm just not gonna snatch it. I'm gonna talk to you.
Right.
Because sometimes nobody's perfect.
Right.
In Atlanta, people always think where I work, and I don't work, I'm retired. And I have committed my life to the work of the Lord and the betterment of, like HC, of the people, lifting and making people better. I'm a midwife. I birth people all the time. And I like to push people to be the best people that they can be. That you can be the best you that you can be. Sometimes they don't understand me. If I say, don't do it like that, don't do it like that. It's a reason. It's because I'm the visionary.
Right. Right.
And I see. But I can tell you, if something would ever happen to me, Dr. Ruby could pick up this program and run with it.
And I want Dr. Ruby to know if something, or God forbid, did, I'm always a phone call away to jump in and do what I need to do. I actually want to get a little more active as well. I am a motivational speaker. I do have things to contribute to the community. I've experienced some things in my life as well, being in the Marine Corps, traveling halfway around the world. But also, I'm talking about growing up in the streets of Alexandria. They can think Alexandria was like a little country town or something like that. You better ask somebody.
We had our secrets.
Oh, well, and I'm talking about some of the most notorious people came from that location. But not to say it was all about just the negativity. We had a lot of positive individuals to come through as well.
Yes.
And
Boo Boo,
Evans, Mr. Evans,
Mr. Evans,
Miss Turner, Miss Menifee.
Oh, what Faye Gunn, who pastored the famous what's that church? Alpha Street Baptist Church, and
we could call so many names, from Lucky Elliott to old folks, to
Oh, yeah,
my,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah.
many people who have, even the
Lou.
late Lenny Harris, who,
Oh my God, yes.
come on now, we talking people who have really paved the way for many people. But look at what y'all doing, and I'm so proud of you. I really am. And this is not just me speaking because, you know, y'all have supported me. I'm telling you, y'all inspire me, and I just really appreciate what y'all doing. We get ready to run out of time. I'm gonna
So
tell you.
Yes, words.
before we run out of time, Dr. Lynch, you have to tell them what Shaquille O'Neal mama said, Miss Lucille Shaq.
Shaq's mother. So see, I told you get to meet people. So I was working with AARP voluntarily with AARP, and she was our speaker. And so I was walking. She said, "Girl, walk like you're going somewhere." That's her book. and I was like just so struck. So she was giving the speech, and she said, "My son had all of everybody in the house was going to school. He paid for the daughter, the sisters, him, her, everybody. They was going to school." She said, "I am tired. I was tired of going to school." She said, "But I have an honorary doctorate, and my name is Dr. Lucille O'Neal." Walk like she said, her mama told her, walk like you're going somewhere. And she said, and my name is Dr. Lucille O'Neal. Oh my God. I just was like, oh my God, I wanted to scream. So yeah, we have met a lot of people. I have, and I'm doing the work here in Atlanta.
And I know I'm going to read these real quick. Lady back there, she's going at it because
We love her. She's keeping us on track. We got 3 minutes.
She can see all the things on there, but Divine said, "Bless all of you in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord." I'm reading backwards, going up and down. These ladies are such a blessing. I am so honored to be a part of the GIA doctorate family. That's what's that? Some Sherlyn Moore.
Sherlina. She just got her honorary doctorate last
Okay. Then we got Camilla White. She says outstanding.
Dr. Camilla.
Okay. My apologies. Dr. Camilla White. She says outstanding conversation. So proud of my fellow honorary doctorates family for using this platform to educate, clarify, and uplift. Praise God. And let's see, Dr. Grimes, I need to call you about some important people I know that need their flowers now of how they are helping humanitarian for so many years. Please reach out to me. That's Queen Rachel. And it says here, yes, we must keep names until God is ready for making room for our blessed gift and Tyler's. It says some people are just ignorant of understanding and they just need to be learned. It says, I don't believe people are jealous or envy. I believe they lack understanding.
That's what I said.
Come on now. Yes.
That's why I brought that out like that. Mm-hmm.
I am sorry some with black folks, say it again, melanated black folks are horribly in their thinking. Okay. And then it says here, it says people need to stop trying to divide how you get your doctorate or whatever degree you have. Just be inspired and continue to do the work.
That's right.
Okay. It says I would not defend what I know I worked for. Okay. That's pretty much all of them. Again, I thank all the individuals that call in or the ones who type in your messages. Y'all remember, we may not get all of them because we on Facebook, LinkedIn, we on YouTube. So some messages that be coming, I cannot see. And Lady Z back there, she be plugging, but at the same time, she's doing something. So don't think that we're ignoring you. A lot of it still gets seen through other people through the process. Also, we would like to ask each and every last one of you out there who haven't, please go to YouTube and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just go in there and hit subscribe and go back and look at some of the programs with myself and many other people that I bring on the podcast. It is all about positive thinking people. We don't bring no negativity to the community. We are pushing it, and this is open door for anyone. You know, a child that's doing something positive, we want to know about that. When you talking about somebody who's working in the community, helping other people, this is a platform that you can come and talk about it and not be having to worry about paying. I don't ask you for a dime. You know, God blesses me, and yes, you can do donations, but that's fine. But if you don't, you're still welcome in here. So I don't want nobody to think that, you know, you can't come and support your surrounding community, because we want to know what you're doing. That's why this platform is here. I didn't call it. It used to be called Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes, and then the Holy Spirit said, "This is not just about me. This is not just about you. It's about us." And I changed it to people. And the only reason why I put my name on it is because when I went and checked into it, they said in order for me to use it, I had to use my name. See, so a lot of people think that I did that because I want recognition, but that wasn't the case. I would have just left it people to people. But, you know, I just wanted people. Here, it's funny that sometimes you got to explain yourself.
Right, right.
But that's already a name. That's
already a
because
name.
on Channel 2 in Atlanta, the news station have a segment called People to People.
Right.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So you got to put your name on it.
So with said that, and then I want some of the other ones who have received your doctorate, I want you to get in touch with me. I'm all over the place. I don't know how Dr. Lynch, Dr. Ruby, and Dr. Contee do what they do. I'll be falling asleep trying to fix this and do that. I'll be forgetting to call them back. I'll be running around trying to take care of my grandchildren. I'm running up and down the street doing this and that. But I'm going to tell you something. God is so good because he blesses me and he gives me talent to do these things. And I'm just taking this opportunity to tell you that I love you and we love you. And what they do, notice, it's not easy. You can't imagine that the phone calls that these women are getting. You can't imagine when they're traveling. You done went as far as London or
London, Australia.
I mean, we talking about I mean that you're literally moving around the world. And I saw when we did at the last graduation, they was from Africa. That was powerful. That was some.
We got it. He had to get it.
He had his whole
village. That wasn't all of them.
Yeah.
He was Chief Bojon. And I say, what's your first name? He say, Chief. I say, no, that's your title. He say, no, my name is Chief Bojon something. I can't think of the last name. It's in the book.
Yeah.
And he actually was in the military. He had to get out of the military because they called him back to Africa to run the tribe. He is the chief. And let me tell you something. Who was with me? You, Dr. Look, we had the chief call me at 10 o'clock talking about I'm on my way. Wait a minute, Chief, you supposed to be here. Okay? Hey, Chief, what you talking about? So, you know, you have to see the understanding. Because he was in the military. And he gonna text me, I'm on my way at 10 o'clock. We walking in.
And that's the other thing that they don't realize, that the work that goes behind it. I watch y'all. I'm talking y'all be all over the place. So when I tell you from one end to another, you know, thank you so much what you've been bringing to the community. Dr. Lynch, you know, I know sometimes that you know, you'll sit back and then people say, or they give you a card or whatever, but God is looking at you, what you've done. Thank you so much.
God be the glory. I just want to shout out my husband. For those that don't know, I am married, and my husband,
he don't play.
He is fine. He lets me, we talk about it, and you know, he allows me to do what I do because he knows the call that I have on my life. You know, and I always have to remember, we learn this thing in our church about balance. And sometimes I have to cut that phone off, you know, and he's like, let's go somewhere. Because you're going to take that phone.
And I'm glad you said that too, because I acknowledge even my wife as well. You know, I had even some family members would get on me. They thought that Lady Z was being drawn into this because of me, or what I do, because I was doing production before I met her. But see, what they didn't know, she was doing production before I met her.
Before you met her.
Oh.
See, so she, as you see up there with Gerald Levert and them,
Yeah.
so that other young lady, she was with Prince, Janet Jackson. She's been with all of them. She got photos with we got to get so I can put them out. But I'm telling you, she was doing that work before I met her. So they don't understand by when she got involved with me, this was new to her.
Right.
So I had to let people know. So like your husband, sometimes he had to sit back and allow you to do things. She does that with me as well. And I just think that, sometimes we just got to say thank you publicly and let people know that we,
And I want to thank my husband, Dr. T.J. Johnson, for the same thing. I mean, I'm everywhere. And he just like, what your schedule look like for this week? And I'll be like, let me see. Oh, wait a minute, Dr. Lynch called or whatever. But I mean, it's just, it's the balance, and I just want to publicly thank him for allowing me to be who I am.
Yeah.
And he didn't try to change me when we met. One of the things was that when we first met, he said, I want to be able to stimulate your mind and you be able to stimulate my mind. And so we have been doing those things with one another. I don't try to get in his lane when he go do food distribution or whatever. That's his lane. That's what he like to do. And I let him do what he do. And I appreciate you, Dr. TJ, if you're looking at this, for allowing me to be Dr. Ruby Johnson.
Dr. Ruby Johnson.
You might well get in there too.
I want to thank my husband because I'm all over the place. Matter of fact, I was gone last week. I was gone this week. I was in Baltimore. He was like, last week, he was like, we're going to go to NASDAQ next week. I said, you forgot my calendar. I've got to go to Baltimore. So I want to thank him for, just being there with me, supporting me because I'm just doing a lot of stuff and he is too. Sometimes I'm on the computer working at about 12 o'clock. Sometimes I have Dr. Ruby say, are you slowing down yet? But anyway, thank you, babe. I really appreciate you.
And can I say something? When you love what you do, it's easy. I love what I do.
I love what I do.
And believe it or not, those days that I'd be talking about, I don't want to come in here. Let me tell you something. Ladies Eve know just a few words to say, and all of a sudden, I get this energy, and I'm in there on the computer doing the flyers. Yeah. I'm making the adjustments. But I want to thank y'all.
You remember your why.
Yeah, that's right.
And I really have to end it with that because remembering your why is really, really, really big to me. And when the class of 2026 in Atlanta gave me a plaque with a globe on it, and it says, Dr. Ruby, we appreciate you and we are your why. Because when they first started, I talked to them about their why. And so I wasn't expecting that. Like you said, we don't do stuff for gifts, and I was not expecting that. But that brought tears to my eyes just because they thought enough of me to say, remember your why, and we are your why. And they really were because we had people come from Hawaii. At this graduation in Atlanta. We had people come from California. And so we had them just like
North Carolina, Virginia,
Florida.
Maryland,
So we had like
Florida.
a combination of people. And a lot of them had never seen me before, but all the communication was with me and them. And when they actually got to see me, they was like, oh, wow, this is the person that's behind the keyboard doing it. And it was, because I'm driven and I like doing it. And Dr. Lynch kept me accountable for it. I mean, and they said to me, there was never a time I sent you a message and you didn't even answer. The lady in Hawaii sent me a message at midnight and I responded back to her. Why? Because I was up.
That's what I'm talking about. It's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Hey, hopefully we'll have them back real soon.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things. We need to get that out so I can put it on my Facebook. People's calling us like, is it now? Is it now? We got to make sure when we do the flyer next time you add the link in there so the people can see.
Actually, it's on there.
The link is on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
People
like
Facebook, asking me.
So now
YouTube and LinkedIn.
So what I do is, this is what I really try to do. And if y'all can, when you talk to just different